I'm Ms. Fadi from Olympian High School, and in this video, I just want to take a moment to congratulate the AP World History students that I had this year and that Mr. Hammond had this year. You finished chapters 13 through 40, and now you're preparing for your AP exam. So you have all of the videos we've made you this year, and you also should look to your prep book. It's highly unlikely that the AP exam will ask you on anything on more current events, but you should be interested and curious and learning about what's happening in current events and being able to use your historical knowledge to understand them. So we're going to give you a couple of supplemental videos, and I want to encourage you to come to International Affairs Club, which meets every Tuesday at lunch in my room, and that way you can connect the history you've learned about to current events. So I want to teach you a little bit about the Arab Spring. Just doing a quick Google search, you can look up a lot of sites about it. It may be referenced also in your prep books. So the word spring often is associated with pro-democracy movements, and this refers to a wave of pro-democracy protests and uprisings that took place all over the Middle East and North Africa beginning in 2010, 2011, and eventually led to the toppling of many authoritarian regimes and authoritarian dictators in the Arab countries. In some places, it led to civil war as well, which again, like in Syria, led to a refugee crisis. I highly encourage you to look into this, to understand the complexities of this issue and its long-lasting effects. It's still debated how much influence social media had in creating these revolutions. There are videos you can watch that claim that Facebook changed the world in helping to have these activists coordinate their activities, while other people question the role of social media, not just in the Arab Spring, but in more current protests. For example, in some of the movements that have happened since, like we could talk about, for example, what happened in the Capitol Hill attacks in the United States more recently. So what role does social media play in allowing people to coordinate their activities, either for pro-democracy movements or other kinds of political activities? It's a really interesting story, the Arab Spring. I would encourage you to watch a few of those How Facebook Changed the Arab World, Arab Spring videos. You can learn about Bouazizi setting himself on fire in Tunisia. He was a fruit seller that was harassed by police and was just super frustrated with government corruption and mistreatment, that he wanted to protest the way that the government treated him, and that's why he set himself on fire and eventually died from his wounds. And this galvanized others to stand up against their authoritarian regimes and inspired people throughout the Arab world, the effects of which were still. I wish you luck in studying for the AP exam, and I hope that you continue to learn history and current events.